Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal, where I have, as you may have already guessed, some bad news. Before we get into the bad news though, I just want to say I think this looks great. I think the way the mech lights work on the landscape looks really, really good. Then, to the other part that I'm less happy about, like, look at that, look at the shadows when you try, that's cool. There's a cool looking effect. To the other part, the bad news, there's no way to fix this. There is nothing we can do to make this Varga APC drive forward at all. I could have allowed the enemies to kill it during battle, or if I had a mortar with me, maybe we could have dropped the mortar on it, but unfortunately there's just nothing we can do. We have to withdraw from the mission. We lose. I'm very annoyed by this, but at least it's a good faith withdrawal.
Wait, we're running away?
I am also outraged about it, thank you. Yeah, that's crummy. That's a bug that has existed for quite some time, apparently. Sometimes they just get... sometimes vehicles just get stuck, and they blame you for it, and then you have to quit the mission. So we took some damage. We did make some money. It was 500,000 C-bills, and we still get to take one piece of priority salvage, which is going to be the Marauder, obviously. And fingers crossed we pull that Wolverine thing, too. We're getting 1-4. That's pretty unlikely. Ooh, look at that. I would love to take that thing home. Plus 2 damage, LRM 15. That's also very nice. Yo, there's a lot of good loot on this mission. Okay, well, fingers crossed we get something good. Okay, I'll take that. A piece of an Orion plus a +3 accuracy medium laser. It's actually fantastic for 4 random draws from that pool. They could have all been heat sinks, you know? Well, 3 random draws. But yeah, okay. That sucks, but the version of that we got was a pretty good version of it sucking, at the very least. So let's survey the damage. Let's see how badly our stuff is beat up. How badly do we need repairs?
Ready to fight, Commander.
Okay, I'm super excited about this Marauder. Let's go have a look at the Marauder real quick before we do anything else. I think that this is a really neat looking mech. Right? Look at that. That's so cool. Let's jump in here. So we're looking at 3 autocannon hardpoints, 4 laser, no missile to support. It has a melee punch of 95 damage. And 4 jump jets is enough that you could reasonably get close to somebody. And this gives us... provides better defense against incoming attacks for all lancemates and improves the reliability of called shots executed by this mech's pilot. Man, that seems really good. Minus 10% damage for all your mechs, and your called shots are even better. It doesn't actually... it's not very precise here, but I'm assuming improves the reliability of called shots means that the percentage chance to hit... your overall hit percentage probably doesn't change, but your chance to hit the part you're aiming at is even higher. I'm curious to see how good that gets, because it's already the case that we are maybe too good at shooting the enemy in the head. A lot of armor on this thing. Yeah, this is exciting. We'll figure out what we want to do with this thing. But that right there, that is exactly the kind of thing I wanted to pick up before we started going on those, like, 4 skull flashpoints and stuff. And we have the Warhammer. Look at that monster. Look at those ridiculous arms. I don't know why I said ridiculous. Like, oh, you know, the normal thing would be if he had human hands at the end of his arms. No, that's ridiculous. That is what's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on in my brain. What do our other mechs... yeah, like, those are just big guns for arms. I guess this one's kind of a hand. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked a little bit here. How bad is the damage? We took a pretty serious hit to the leg. There's some piercing of the body armor. I would say that I'd want to repair that mech before putting it back in service. You only took damage to that one leg, right? Yeah, but it's a pretty significant amount. Okay, let's go ahead and throw a repair on here. And... also here, I think it's probably worth it. That leg is busted up enough that I'd be worried going into combat that we were going to see it get blown off. So that leaves us with the other Griffin, which, you know, does have weapons and stuff on it. The Hunchback, which is totally functional. The Shadowhawk, the Crab. Like, we could probably do another mission. Let's see what's out here, contract-wise. I might feel comfortable pursuing a 3-skull with this team. Is there a reason to do it that way, though? Not really. Let's just go ahead and do the repairs.
Those
Oh, also, we finished our refit harness. So, we can definitely afford to throw another one of those cheap mech tech point upgrades in. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, I'll get the team on it right away.
Get me some repair scaffolding, because we are about to have a whole bunch more mech projects in the bay. Not just the 2 new ones, but also I want to refit some of our old ones, because we've gotten a hold of some cool new weapons. Alright, and then let's take the good team in and do something serious. I mean, I'm inclined to start with the ones that pay the best, obviously. I think that makes sense. It's a 4-skull. It's not going to be easy. A significant combat unit consisting of 2 lances of mechs is dropped on Krakatoa. Your task is to assault and dislodge this pirate force. You will send a definitive message. Unsanctioned military operations on Krakatoa will be eliminated with extreme prejudice. That is Judas before we even... Listen, we're going to shoot you, is the point. Leave none standing. Okay, where am I at, pirate-wise? We are negative 24, pirate-wise. Which is to say, we're actually pretty far away from dropping into the next relationship tier. I think we can afford to do this. I would like to avoid dropping any lower than that, though. Like, I don't want to go down into disliked, just because it's going to be hard to maintain our black market relationship at that level. How do we want to split this? Yeah, let's go 2 points of priority salvage again. I find we can usually make 2 points happen. We can usually get good value out of those 2 points. Alright, so we're probably going to be up against pretty heavy mechs here. So I don't want to bring in any of the weaker stuff. The Shadowhawk is at least a good puncher. Not in the sense of actually punching, but rather, it's good in a slugfest. It's a pretty heavy mech, but I think we'll rock this way. We could drop the weaker Centurion for the Shadowhawk. So we trade out that LRM-20 for a medium laser and an additional AC-5. One of those AC-5s is plus damage. And the Shadowhawk is definitely more heavily armored. It's not really that much more heavily armored, though. We'll just do it this way. That's fine. And we'll go ahead and bring the A-team out, because 4 skulls is still a little bit on the challenging side. Maybe I should have hired some new pilots before passing 2 days. That could have been time where they were getting free XP out of the training pods. I suppose, though, if all we're doing is, if the only reason, really, that we're hiring on additional pilots is so that we can accumulate XP, it's not a huge deal if we wait until we have the 3rd set of training pods before we hire them on, because they're going to end up bottlenecked at the maximum HP that the early training pods can give to them anyway for a while. Yeah, I'm not going to stress about it too much. And the leaner we can run early on when money's still a little bit tight now and then is probably better. Okay, keep your eyes peeled. Expecting heavy resistance. That we know for a fact there are 2 lances. It would be really cool if we could engage them separately. So we're expecting the combat to take place way over here. Kind of want to get up on this forested area with my long-range mechs, if possible.
On my way. I read you, Commander. Moving out.
I'm so glad that we found a whole king crab in a shop this early. It's been really helpful. I'm debating. No, let's go ahead and run the whole way forward.
You betcha.
If we're having targeting problems, we can just have a mech. We can just have a turn where nobody fires and we all just play catch up.
I'm there.
Is that a proper mineral field there? I can't tell if it's just rocky ground. Alright, where do we see that? A 50-tonner right there. Okay. Griffin cannot quite make it over to the trees. I think I'm going to let them come forward again. We have all this evasion right now. .65, so maybe a Jaeger or something. And this lance has something moving on too. I bet it's 2 3s and 2 2s. Alright, well, this seems like the time It is a Thunderbolt SS. Medium lasers, flamer, PPC. Okay. And the Centurion sadly has kept his PPC, or has kept his autocannon arm away from us. There is an ammo bin here. And he only has 20% damage reduction. We could try to just core him. You know how I feel about just coring people. There's also something to be said for the fact that the Centurion is a, Oh, he's entrenched, though. I was going to say that he's a medium mech, not a heavy mech, so he's a little easier to knock down. Oh, they're both entrenched, because of no firing and everything. The Thunderbolt's definitely more dangerous, but the Centurion's a lot easier to kill. Let's just do this. I put the wrong Griffin in the thing.
Waiting for orders.
Probably a bunch of people noticed that I was doing that during mission setup and were shouting at their monitors. But bad news, humans. I cannot hear you through the internet and also time. So, thanks for nothing. How dare you not yell into the past at me in a way that I can hear?
Here we go.
Come on, knock it off. Aw, that's a shame. Oh, we did some pilot damage. I can't imagine that's gonna matter. There's no way. No way this guy takes enough damage to die before his mech dies. You know what I need to do? I need to give our mechs names. That'll solve that problem. You know, I'm just gonna run up.
Aye, Skipper. Full speed.
The LRM-15, the adapted LRM-15, isn't going to do enough damage, I think, to even be worth firing right away. So, we probably run a little bit cooler in this mech. Also, we destroyed the LRM-10 launcher with a pair of crits, so we don't even have to worry about that anymore. If I wait until after he attacks, he'll be entrenched at least. Also, I could back off and just shoot him with the LRM-15, the 15 LRMs rather. Of course, if I do that, we won't have vision of him anymore. Let me move somebody else. I kind of want to. I want to have that guy move before we do anything with our new Griffin. With our slightly less effective Griffin.
Coordinates received.
And I am going to go for the aim shot here just to try to get this down with the first hit so that we don't accidentally let the arm soak 90 damage.
Firing on target.
There we go. That's what you want. Some efficiency.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
Sounds like a lot of LRMs.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Yeah, it sure was.
Ready to rock.
I mean, we can probably just kill this guy, right? Oh, I can't quite get vision. The fact that this mech only has one jump jet has turned out to be way more of a problem than I thought it was going to be. Well, I'm definitely nervous about giving the Thunderbolt a free shot on us. Let's see, I can jump forward to... No, I cannot quite get into his right arc. I'm assuming the PPC's on the... Yeah, PPC's... The big gun is always on the right arm. I guess I walk forward and precision strike him? The alternative is, of course, I could vigilance and just try to tank his shot and then... I don't hate that, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We haven't used vigilance all that much. But I'm going to use Vigilance to ensure that the Griffin gets to go before all of their 3s next turn. And now with Bulwark, he's on 60% damage reduction, and we'll just figure stuff out from there. Yeah, we'll just lay some damage on here. See if anything opens up. And then after he's had his turn, the other Centurion can move up and probably bring down this guy.
Damage, Commander. Nothing.
I'm worried about
Confirmed.
all of that, though. It's an awful lot of gunfire. Or, missile fire, rather.
Accuracy through volume 5. Activated.
Okay, so the initial lance is just the 3 units we can see right now. Interesting move. I actually really like him falling back like that, because it means that we can probably keep our Centurions out of enemy vision range. I dislike it because he's really doing a good job of fleeing the crab.
Affirmative.
What is all that metal noise? One of the best pieces of advice I was ever given is, son, flee the crab. Do not pursue the crab. So let's see. We have precision strike available. You know, with this thing in the kind of shape it's in, I'm going to go ahead and take the precision strike over another instance of vigilance. Is he taking... He has taken a fair amount of damage here already. And actually, that's a lot of his weapons. Like, a lot of his weapons. And other people are going to have a way easier time hitting him there. Okay, really excellent grouping on that one.
What can I do for you?
Where would I have to go? Okay, I could get a direct shot here. Can I get a... There we go. That's what I want, is a side arc shot. I have no idea how far away the enemies shooting the missiles were. Obviously, I would prefer that they not get to shoot me in the back arc. But I think they're far enough away that they're not going to get vision of us on their own. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spend the resources here, because I think we can probably get through this without damaging the arm very much.
Special delivery.
On. Yeah, there we go.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
That is a very large percentage of his overall Alpha Strike damage. Can you get up? You cannot get up there, because you are really bad at jumping, like incredibly bad. Alright, this is maybe just hanging myself out in the open. But yeah, I'll do that.
Affirmative.
Man, an entrenched heavy mech sure is difficult to knock over.
Damage minimal.
I hear ya.
Can I... No. There will be no shooting him in the affected quadrant for me. Well, I mean, I think we'd be fools not to go for this.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
He lives. Impressive. It's a hell of a tin can he's got there. So as you may have noticed, the amount of steadiness damage that you recover on your turn is to some degree a function of how much you move. The more running you do, the less stability you recover. If you jump, you recover very little stability. So that guy did a dangerous thing there by not choosing to take it easy.
Good to go.
We might want to, have you start up on him. Just see if we can knock him over. Actually, pretty good odds we just kill him. Yep, SRM ammo explosion in the center torso.
When you had the chance.
Well, that's not very good. Yeah, that's going to be a real issue, actually. So we have an AC-10 and a PPC and 100 damage worth of medium lasers. And the right torso is a weak point for almost all of those weapons. Probably going to have to watch it on the weapons a little bit here. But yeah, we'll definitely fire what we can. We're going to have to turn off a large laser. There's really no two ways about that. Very dangerous to overstack your weapons on one side like this, especially on a mech that isn't super long range. Although actually, I guess you could argue that that mech is pretty long range.
Internal damage.
Speaking of where stuff is stacked up, what do we have on that arm? That's where my AC-5 is. In the long term, not so bad to lose it. It is just a normal autocannon, not irreplaceable or anything. This is not great. I'm gonna jump down. And probably not fire very many weapons here. Maybe just the LRMs or something. Definitely need to let you rest. Ooh, even firing just the LRMs gives us so much, Who was texting me at 4:30 in the morning? Even just the LRMs gives us so much heat. If I turn everything off, how much do I... That's no good. I'm gonna do this. I'm not even gonna bother firing at him. So I guess, instead of disabling all the weapon systems, what I'm actually gonna do is press the brace button.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay, this is going to be a little bit tricky, because the biggest danger to us is coming not from the guy in front of us right now, but from different people elsewhere on the map.
Time to die.
That was a fair amount of stability damage. So we're going to have to move... We're going to have to hope that moving the damaged Centurion closer to the rest of our pilots makes it a less attractive sensor lock target. Uh-oh. That's the beginning of a new turn. Sensor locks end at the end of the turn. That means they have real... Oh, right, they have vision on me because of the cataphract. Never mind.
Good to go.
Never mind, I'm being silly. Okay, that is the furthest out we can get. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know how to stand here.
Engaging jump jet.
Do that and try to make it so my whole front arc is available to those guys, in the hopes of not losing the arm. And then we got penetration on the torso section we don't care about. We're still doing pretty well here, though. I'm going to go ahead and precision strike it. We only have the resources to do 2 of those, so I'm trying to be a little careful with our resolve, but apparently that was well worth it.
Hit.
This is a good time to brace. So what's this guy got left? 2 medium... Yeah, 2 medium lasers. It could definitely be a greater danger. God, I just need to take some time off with a bunch of my mechs. We just gotta, like, cool everything down. I'm gonna run him around the back here and do that. Yeah, man, that is wonderful.
Try aiming next time. See what you get.
I don't want to move you away. We're actually going to move you even a little closer toward the enemies. Keep you covering for people. And let's see, we could take down the left torso. That'd be 2 points of pilot damage. Like, it'd be neat if we could take home multiple pieces of the cataphract. I'm just having a hard time seeing how we would manage it. Well, we could start by maybe targeting his leg instead of the torso section. See if we can get a knockdown.
Waiting for orders.
We're probably in pretty good shape for a knockdown. Then again, there's also a non-zero chance the crab's just going to kill him.
Tell me what to shoot.
Alright, well,
Huh?
that's a 2nd point of pilot damage. He also has 35 center torso health, so I'm pretty sure he's dead to that.
Getting banged up real good here.
I'm starting to get worried that that mech is in fact going to lose a leg. Let's see if we can remove their vision. We may as well precision strike it. Like, let's give this a real shot. Failed. Failed to get job done.
Critical damage detected.
Alright, I don't usually say this, but boy am I glad that hit me in the center torso.
Waiting for orders.
Please die. Okay.
Enemy down.
Alright, so I know I put myself in the open, but I also put myself further away from the sensor locker.
I got you.
Okay, so... Second Lance appears to
What can I
be
do for ya?
fairly serious.
Pedal to the metal.
Orders?
Not really sure what our smart approach is here. The thing is, I'd like to take the high ground, but because the high ground is sort of between me and the enemy, if we stay over in this area, we're just going to get sensor locked mercilessly. So I think I'm going to run into the mineral field for a little bit of extra defense and just brace here. So I think that's a 50-ton mech that just acted on 4. So we're probably looking at a master tactician pilot there. Alright, based on the delay, I'm thinking the enemy Lance is in fact 4-3-2, only 3 mechs.
Engaging jump jets.
Waiting for orders.
I gotta say, this new Griffin definitely feels less effective than the old Griffin.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Again, this becomes less of a problem as soon as we put names on the mechs.
Confirm. Copy that.
Alright, normal Centurion moving on 4, not a big deal. I want to try to run around. I probably do, right? We want to get into some kind of large laser range.
Nice try.
Do we want to go at their Centurion, or do we want to wait a little bit? And no, it is definitely 4max, which is a shame. We probably want to go at their Centurion because he's going to be the easiest thing to kill, probably. But I'm going to reserve down. We'll go after him a little bit later in the turn. Oh, hey, another rifleman. We have a number of interesting choices for salvage.
Commander?
Really love to be in cover, but I'd also love to be in UAC range. It's a difficult balance to strike. So the rifleman is probably the actual first enemy. He's a little bit more dangerous than the other thing without actually being more difficult to kill.
Coordinates received.
And I'm reasonably sure we only need... Ooh, that's a problem. Now, one thing at a time. I'm reasonably sure we only need 1 piece of rifleman salvage, which is to say I think we just try to core him rather than playing games. He's well enough armored that that's not a trivial task for most mechs, but honestly, the crab might just get there.
Firing everything I've got.
Oh, well, it doesn't help if you miss one of the UAC shots. Never mind, it's sufficient.
Mech destroyed. Good to go.
Turns out the crab is not a joke. Do not take the crab lightly. So just walk up here. So, the catapult's a danger. The Centurion is by far the least dangerous of the enemies. I mean, in terms of total damage output. Its AC 10 does focus an awful lot of damage into a single hit. You know, honestly, it might still be the thing I want to kill first. Do we want to even try the precision strike? It would leave us at 50 resolve, which I think means we still get inspired. The one damage class bonus on our ability. Or on our aiming ability, our aim chances. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. He doesn't really have that much center torso health, and it would be so cool. I totally fired at the catapult there somehow.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I would not be sad to kill the catapult. That's definitely a thing that we need to do.
Copy that.
I was trying to kill this guy. Do we want to just focus on the catapult now that we've hit it a little bit? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's take this thing down. And I'm not gonna try to get cute with any of them. We're just gonna take whatever kills we can get. King Crab is starting to see some armor discoloration. A little worryingly. So I'm going to be hitting him in the side arc from here. I mean, obviously, it would be better to go through the torso. Yeah, alright, let's spend. Let's spend for it. Wait, how armored are his legs? 75, 82. You know, that's not that tough to get through, but I think I'd be better off just reducing his damage capability as quickly as possible.
All weapons
Alright, that was a really lucky ammo explosion. That happened super early in the attack.
detected.
Maybe about as early as it could have, actually. That's a cool looking mech. I really like the look of the dual LRM-15 pods embedded in the arms like that. Or embedded in the shoulder of the chassis that way.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, can you... Yeah, so we get up here now, and then next turn we might be able to actually take, like, direct fire on people? Maybe even up to here.
Here we go.
And I don't think I'm going to precision strike with this one.
Affirmative.
Oh, didn't quite unsteady him.
Critical hit, Commander.
That's a shame. That means the crab can't knock him down. Well, I guess we can finish the job.
I got you.
Yeah, how do you like it? I'm really glad that we managed to knock that other missile pod off,
That was bad.
because I think there's a non-zero chance that the crab actually would have been knocked down by that otherwise. So if we just move to here, I'll fall back to the unsteady threshold. I mean, I want to keep closing up, so you can see the amount of stability damage that we're gonna lose going up as going down as we move forward. If we stay still, that much gets lost. If we move up, that much gets lost. What's my shot if I just stay still? I don't get everything. It is worth noting that vigilance also clears your stability bar, so I might move up to here, get to fire everything. I have 59%, so it's vigilance or aim shot. Alright, I'll take the vigilance. You probably don't even want to fire the UAC here. Just thinking like it's too inaccurate. It's too likely to miss. Okay, he's got to be real close. Yeah. I was gonna say it looked like the one of those medium lasers hit center, which is real bad for him. Ooh. Alright, so I think the Griffin is our best chance for finishing this guy off because he's got his healthy side turned toward the Centurions. And we would have to hit his... we'd have to hit him with a whole bunch of missiles. 5 of our missiles would have to hit center, or either of the lasers. I'm debating whether I think we can get away without using Precision Strike here. I think I should use it just to be safe, probably. Either of the lasers will do the job. I'm still going to fire the missiles. Again, let's just be safe. Odds were pretty good that the first laser was going to be a kill, but just in case.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Interesting. Is he having a heat issue? Oh yeah, he was heat capped there. Not actually designed to fight in this climate. Now remember, if we move up to a position where I have direct fire on him, he's going to have direct fire on us at this range. So if we do that, we got to be reasonably certain we're going to stop him. Then again, he has some significant heat issues. My right side's all screwed up.
Time to fly.
Yeah, at the risk of maybe overexposing myself, we're doing this thing. I'm hitting his front. So LRM ammo on that side. Seems like kind of a lot. Okay, yeah, he just carries a lot. I mean, with 15 or with 30 LRMs per volley, you do need to carry a couple of bins, right? I don't know that it's going to matter too much which one we go for, but I do think we want to reduce his total volley output.
Yep.
Alright, sadly, definitely not going to be able to get into direct fire range yet.
Copy that.
Okay,
Good to go.
I like that unsteady. Does it matter that I'm hitting him in the wrong quadrant? Not really.
Right, Commander.
Definitely vent everything. I still don't know that we're going to be able to fire everything. Yeah. Okay, we can get away without one of the lasers.
Roger that.
So it's a knockdown for sure. That leg is really busted. So my hope would be... Ooh. I should be wary of this. Stray shots to the building I'm standing on are pretty dangerous.
Commander?
Why don't you get off of that? Yeah, like, be over here. That's a little bit safer. Alright, so we could try to do this by destroying his other leg, work the strong leg, and then when he gets up, blow the weak leg out from under him again.
Here we go.
That's probably going to be the most damage-efficient way to finish the job here. Oh man, can you really not get a straight shot from anywhere you can run to? Oh, that's really frustrating. That's, well, disappointing maybe is a better word, but a bummer. It's a total bummer. If you're wondering what that metal noise was, it was me running through a building. Okay, we do have to turn everything off.
Engaging target.
Okay, we're getting through the armor, kinda, slowly. Unfortunately, we're gonna have a turn or two here where we don't really get to do a lot. Alright, this mech doesn't really have any weapons that are, like, anything approaching irreplaceable. You might have to throw a punch. Let's see, if I come around here and throw the punch from this side, I'm not as easy to get shots into the back armor on. I think this is probably right.
Ugh!
That miss is hugely disappointing.
I may need some more time in the simulator.
I really needed a leg shot there. That's what would have been best. Yeah, this Griffin's starting to look like it's maybe not going to survive much more of this.
Commander?
definitely need to do a precision strike on that thing. It needs to lose the ability to fire this round. Can you really not get a direct shot from any of the positions you can jump to? That's crazy. That sure looks like you have a direct shot. Alright, well, then give me the other Centurion. There's a little bit more mobility.
Got it.
Alright, let's try it.
Firing on target.
We're close. We're close on that leg. And if that leg goes, the other leg's going to go right afterward. So I could turn so that my right arm is the only thing facing the enemy. Ugh, I can't fire almost anything. Yeah, jeez. That said, this laser would be enough, so I'm going to go for it.
Engaging target.
Yes! Okay, he's done for.
Confirmed.
So how much health does that leg have? 6. Oh, alright. The last volley of LRMs here actually should be sufficient to finish the job. I hope.
Copy that.
And we have enough aim that we should be able to make that happen.
I got you.
We also destroyed one of his empty LRM ammo bins.
Missiles are out.
Good to go.
Alright, you, I'm afraid, may have made a fatal error in your decision-making.
Affirmative.
Jesus. Just peeling the armor off in huge chunks. Yeah, yeah, criminy. What a very effective mech that is.
Standing by.
I want to start with the crab here.
Waiting for orders.
So we're hot enough that I think we probably ought to punch. And I mean, obviously, we ought to punch that really injured side.
Moving to position.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I was hoping that was going to hit the leg.
That's a critical hit.
Okay, you're done for.
Good to go.
Orders.
Can I really not find a... I can't jump down the hill or anything? Ah, what a shame. I cannot get a direct fire on this guy from anywhere. Well, I guess we'll go to here and brace. Right, once again, try to keep my right arm facing away from him.
Right, Commander.
Actually, you're probably not going to be able to fire... You know what? You also have to brace. It's too damn much heat. Everything is too much heat. So as much as this guy is, like, very close to dead, we're not actually going to be able to finish him off, probably. I mean, obviously we precision strike. 10. Once he's... Okay, if we hit his leg... Actually, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead from this side arc. Because even if we hit the leg, it does enough damage to transfer through to the torso. Alright, that was tough. I'm not going to pretend that wasn't tough. It definitely hurt that we accidentally brought the wrong Griffin.
Successful.
I'm very pleased about the loot we're about to pull, though. I kind of wish I really, knowing now what is on the mission, I really wish we'd gone for another piece of priority salvage, or maybe even 2 additional pieces of priority salvage. So yeah, that gets me a rifleman, and then it's probably the catapult, right? I like these an awful lot. Okay, I'll take that. It's not quite as good as the 15s, but the extra critical hit chance is awfully nice. It's good to have like a couple of weapons, or maybe even just like a mech where all of the weapons have bonus crit chance, so that you can use them to. You can have other people open up the armor and then use those things to fire at the places where the ammo bins or the dangerous weapons are. I find that there's very rarely a reason to critically hit, or to try to critically hit anything other than ammo bins. Because usually it's the case that by the time you could reasonably destroy a weapon by critting it twice, you could probably just destroy the body part that it's in. That'll get less true, though, as we move up to tougher enemies. So I think we probably don't need to, what was the damage? 3 points of damage to the arm, a little bit to the leg. Yeah, we don't need to put you in the thing. I will put you in the thing, and then we're going to wait a day and get the real Griffin back and try some other missions. Try one more mission here. Superiors, thank you for your willingness to take on challenging tasks. Okay, apparently we're repping up with the Capellans, which is embarrassing. I guess everybody makes friends sometimes. Wow, look at that, a 2.5 skull that pays that well? That's crazy. Alright, the next most difficult mission is territorial claims here, but I think I want to do the ones that pay the best first. Now, let's do this. A Davian manufacturing facility on Krakatoa is an illegal intrusion into our territory and a cover for military personnel and units. Efforts to resolve this through diplomatic channels have been rebuffed, so now we're doing the other channel. You know, the robot channel. I pay for that every month. Do we want to go to 4? Ooh, Martian. That's a tough biome. It's a tough biome for our weapon systems. It's another 4 skull. We're sacrificing about 200,000 C-bills for each point of priority salvage we take. You know what? I am gonna take this like this, and we'll just this time there won't be anything good, I bet. Also, hold on a second. Am I remembering correctly? Was there a piece of a catapult in the store here? There is, and it's okay. There's a piece of both kinds of catapults, so we are completing that. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this.
New equipment available.
I guess I shouldn't have done that because we could have gotten that from the mission and saved ourselves 700,000 C-bills. Well, whatever. We'll get other stuff from the mission. It's fine. That was definitely wrong to do, though. I just got excited. Yeah, let's do this, and we're gonna go deep on priority salvage this time. I know we're going to a black market planet. Maybe I'll be real sad I didn't take the 800K, but also maybe not. All right, the good Griffin. The 1S, you know, the one that has all of these great weapons on it, clearly in the menu. Do we want to change up our stuff a little bit for the fact that we're running in a hotter biome? The Hunchback is pretty heat efficient and also fairly tough. Obviously, the Phoenix Hawk would be a pretty bad play here. Shadowhawk is also heat efficient and tough. I think we're going to leave this Centurion back, maybe. Or maybe the other Centurion? Because this one has heat problems. It's really good, but it does have heat problems. Shadowhawk's a little faster. Neither one of you, sadly, have... neither one of you have any jump jets or anything. An AC-10 and 2 medium lasers versus 2 AC-10s or 2 AC-5s and 1 medium laser. I do love the AC-10, but I think we're going to go this way. Alright, so the Crab and the Griffin run super hot. The two others don't quite so much. They're better, at least. Hopefully this will be good enough. Good enough to keep us firing. I believe that Shadowhawk has a fair quantity of autocannon ammo. But it's still... I'm a little worried about it. I think I put 30 shots in there, which is to say 15 full volleys. I can't remember. I'm just a little worried. Anytime we bring down our total damage output, our damage output per turn, I start worrying about ammo. Because we get close on ammo sometimes when we are at maximum damage output. Alright, we should expect heavy resistance. The Capellan Confederation isn't saying what's in that facility, but listen, if they could blow it up themselves, they would, right? So...
Command interface initiated.
Ooh, it's real orange here. Assault the base, destroy enough of it to force the avian to abandon.
Hey, look.
Okay, which means... which means 2 buildings. It's totally possible that we could finish this mission without actually killing all the enemy mechs. I imagine, yeah, I was going to say, I imagine we're going to get a sensor reading real fast, because that turret stand is right there.
Uh-huh. Coordinates received.
I'm rolling.
So that's just a 40-ton there. Now remember, optional objectives are worth functionally nothing to us, because they're percentage increases on the very, very small amount of money we took.
Affirmative, Commander.
Okay, as we often do, I'm just going to let them come to us a little bit here. That said, we maybe don't want to reserve down to 1 just because I don't want the turret to potentially have a turn. That Vulcan's not super tough. I am going to run forward to here. So we have a 60-ton reading, 65-ton, and this is a heavy shredder. Not a joke. That's a pretty good mech too, though. So, we do 125 plus 48 plus 48. So not enough to kill this thing, but enough to get it low enough that somebody else can kill it with a single weapon off split fire. I do think it is the most dangerous enemy unit.
Good to go.
Confirmed.
Let's start with the Shadowhawk.
Affirmative, Commander.
So I think we want to do... I'm going to fire a single AC-5 at it, and if this misses, we still have the other Centurion to play cleanup, right?
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, decent damage.
Enemy eliminated.
A quick draw.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Waiting on you, Commander.
A little worried about that. Can I get him from the side arc? Yes, I can. Okay, I think that's what we want to do.
What can I do for you?
Alright, the amount of time that it took for the 1 on their turn to pass, I think probably they don't have any mechs that move on 1. I think we're looking at just the turrets there. That's going to clear a machine gun and 1 medium laser. He's still got the majority of his weapon systems. I think I'm going to do the short move into a precision strike with the large lasers. And I'm doing this just because I don't want him going first next turn.
Here we go.
I want to have time to continue building up our advantage on him.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
Okay, so they have an LRM bank turret. Good to know.
Warning. Armor low.
And also a sniper turret, an autocannon sniper turret. It's, I believe 4 AC2s, 2 AC5s, but it seems like I might be outside of AC5 range. Because he definitely only fired 2s at us based on the damage.
Engaging jump jets.
Alright, we're going to withdraw a little bit. Do I want a precision strike for the hit chance? No, I think we'll just do this.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, the quick draw still has vision of us, and yeah, they have another thing coming in.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
3 points of
I hear
evasion.
ya.
I'm starting to get a little worried.
Skipper.
He's going to be taking some very serious damage in the near future. So the quick draw is a little bit more lightly armored, and also a little bit more dangerous. And I think we're just going to try to core it. Trying to make sure that our we have a precision strike worth of resolve remaining for the crab. Wow. Good tight grouping.
Waiting for orders.
So I actually think I'm not going to have her do anything. They have a mech moving on too, which is nice for us because it means the crab gets to go before the quick draw. Oof, wow, they're going super deep on the LRMs. That's a huge amount of stability damage. Oh, that's right. Reserving just gets me down to here, so this is going to count as my turn no matter what, which is to say that I was wrong. We are not going to get to go before the quick draw. I really don't want it to turn in such a way that we lose our shot. But I think even with that being the case, it still doesn't make sense for us to do anything with her. Well, I'm glad we brought the Shadowhawk and not the other Centurion, because we actually do need to split the damage here. Oh, you're kidding! I don't have it. Not only that, but I can't even. Yeah, that sucks. I can't even kill him. Okay, hold on. We can try to get lucky though. Give yourself the opportunity to get lucky. I'm going to do a non-precision strike, dead center with both weapons. And maybe we can do enough damage to the center that it becomes feasible to kill him with the large lasers.
Good to go.
Okay, they both have to hit. But I think I'm comfortable giving that a shot. Sure would be nice.
Time to die.
Ah, one went to the arm. Alright, well, he's in a lot of trouble now. Unfortunately, so's my Shadowhawk. That's a knockdown.
That all you got?
Which means the Shadowhawk's not going to be able to finish him off. Oh, being knocked down lowers your vision range. I don't think I knew that before. It makes sense. Just don't think I knew that before.
Serious shit here, Commander.
You are not wrong, my friend. There's nowhere where I can see that. I was gonna say, like, that's a little
I
crazy.
hear ya.
Move the Centurion forward and try to tank a little bit. It's risky, but we do need to be a distraction. Question is, do I aim? I don't really want to. I'm gonna try not aim. You don't need to hit with very many missiles to the center. Wow, was that one? I think of the 20 missiles shot at that guy's front center, one of them hit the center. Yes, it was one. It's pretty questionable. Okay. What's this look like? 70? Don't like it, but we definitely have to get up and get out. Oh, you on initiative too. Never mind.
Engaging subjects.
We are not going to get to fire everything. The odds are so good of a kill. Hold on, we want to turn off the 6s, because a single missile from the 4s would be a kill. I'm going to go ahead and take the precision strike. I really don't want to spend the resources, but he also has to go. Sure would have been nice to end up at inspiration threshold there. So I think what we're going to do with the... never mind. What I was going to say is, I think what we're going to do with this mech is hit the ejector seat and just bail Crackle out of the battle entirely. But we are not given that option. catapults, man. Alright,
On my way.
do we even want to fire the UAC? I think I'm going to not do it. With this hit chance, I think we got to be a little bit cautious with the ammo on this thing. Wow, really?
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Two pretty serious 70% misses there. Well, the good news is the crab's close enough now that the rest of us can fall back behind it. Okay, looks like...
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
That's the arm that the PPC is on, which obviously is a problem for me. Yeah.
Engaging jump jets.
So do I get to fire anything? No, not really. Yeah, I have to just brace. Oh, that's fine. Shouldn't be too bad. Brace plus that many points of evasion should give me a reasonable bit of defense here. You need to probably get off of this... Oh, man, I don't want to jump. But I actually can't move if I don't. It might be okay. So I'm firing into your frontal arc. You have ammo in your center torso. I don't really think we have a play except for core the dude. And we have enough resources to do aim shots with both of our mechs, so... Oh, I was hoping they didn't have vision of the Centurion. That's gonna be a problem.
Armor's holding. Waiting for orders.
I could audible over to you. So this is 211 damage for a kill. That's not really that different, and it's a significantly greater reduction in the total amount of damage the enemies can deal to us. Also, apparently I have to coolant vent even though I have no heat. So that's a shame. I'm gonna do it.
Affirmative.
Damn it. Too many weapons went wide. I'm real sad about Crackle. The Shadowhawk I don't care about one way or the other, but the loss of Crackle is very serious. Okay, so we are in fact going to jump her down behind the rocks. She is not getting shot at again.
Commander?
She's gonna break line of sight.
Here we go.
Hammer this guy dead center. He has 70 health left, so we're not gonna kill him. Really? Okay, well,
Affirmative.
that was not the right area. Okay, it's fine. And you still have all of your heat. I mean, I gotta disengage, right? Everybody except the crab has to disengage. No, nowhere near being able to fire.
Yikes! That hit hard. Good to go.
This should be a pretty easy kill. Do not get to fire the UAC, but we do get to fire everything else, and I should be able to get my center shots here.
Right, Commander.
There we go.
Enemy down.
Turns out Bulwark is insufficient. And now the King Crab has everyone's attention. I'm a little worried about that center armor. Taking a lot of hits center.
Okay, that was bad.
It's like shooting at a city block walking toward you, so it's pretty fairly easy to hit him.
Waiting for orders.
I need you to precision strike his center. I think we're still going for a core on this guy as well. If we bring down this mech, odds are very, very good that we will succeed without further damage. Anywhere near being able to fire? Are able to fire. But it's a really bad shot. It's better-ish. A little worried that I'm opening myself up to enemy fire here. And I am not going to precision strike, because we need to save that for the crab. Okay, we're definitely going to actually do a vigilance with the crab. Never mind that thing I was just saying. Actually, hold on. Let's step back over here and have a look at what the damage output looks like. So in order to kill him, we'd need an amount of damage we definitely can't do. So maybe I do vigilance just to drop all of my... Oh, wow, we don't get to fire almost anything here. Do 2 medium lasers to his center and hope to blow the ammo bins. I have my left side facing the turrets, which is pretty hardy still. I'm gonna go for it. Come on. Ah. Alright, well, now any shot could kill him, but unfortunately we're gonna eat a lot of fire here. Feel free to send some of that to the legs. The legs are also heavily armored.
Took a heavy hit there.
Interesting. That was, yeah. Given the ranges there, I expect we were very close to the extreme edge of his firing range. Surprised they even tried that.
Here we go.
Come on. Show me something. Didn't get it. That's a real... that's a real bad one. Okay, so we really want to fire the missiles, not the PPC. Oh, actually, I have coolant vent. I might be able to fire everything. Well, we'll see. It's a lot of heat. Yeah, because what we're looking for here is individual hits. Okay, thank God.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I got a little overzealous earlier when I was saying I thought that we would probably get them without any further damage, because I gotta remember that we are still gonna get sensor locked until we can figure out which turret is sensor locking us. We can at least brace into bulwark here. Oh, interesting. They don't even have sensor lock. What am I doing? You guys don't go yet.
Standing by.
Standing by. Waiting for orders.
Oh, hey, cover. We can take a little bit of refuge in this whirlwind. Then we do not have a sensor lock, unfortunately. I think we can probably just vent this turn. Yeah, we may as well get it cooling down again.
Here we go.
Enemy structure is weakening.
And obviously we can burn down these structures pretty easily from here. Yeah, it's super weird that they, for some reason, stopped sensor locking me.
Moving to position. Affirmative.
Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
Well, maybe we're not going to have to interfere with the, interact with the turrets at all. I'm super bummed out about Crackle. He was a good pilot. He was also our source of sensor lock, which, you know, I don't mean to sound inconsiderate, but it sure was inconvenient of him to die.
Commander? Affirmative.
Okay, there's that strong opposition. Watch your position and don't get flanked. Oh, enemy reinforcements. I think we're going to burn this turret, and then one more building, and then get the hell out of here. Ow. They've stripped almost 1,000 points of armor off of the king crab without managing to break through to any actual torso. Sweet, sweet cover.
Engaging target.
Alright, 47 remaining health. Oh, there's all of the armor piercing all at once, because all of the stuff was low.
Like through my arm. Waiting for orders.
Okay, I think that the Centurion should split fire. So we have a building here that has 200 health, a building here... Okay, also 200.
Right, Commander.
That took way closer to the end of the firing sequence than I thought it was going to. God, enemy mechs. We're gonna lose some crab parts, I think. Oh, hey, ice. That might be fun for us. A little bit of ice. Let's ice down the old mech. Also, I do want to try to get in missile range of this building without getting in firing range of anything else, because my mech is pretty trashed. The mechs in general are pretty trashed.
Leopard inbound,
Okay.
Commander. I'll meet you
That's
at
an
the
inconvenient position for that.
Commander?
Alright, well, let's run like hell.
Moving fast. Waiting for orders.
I sure hope the enemies are in some position other than between us and the LZ. Okay, reset all my bars. I'm gonna actually reserve down. Let's see if they make their positions known to us.
Holding action, Commander.
Okay. Good start.
full throttle.
Commander? Affirmative.
It's gonna take the crabs so long to get where we're going.
Got it.
And a shot to either of the side portions of the crab could blow an ammo bin and cost us a very valuable weapon. It's like I'm living in terror just a little bit here. Oh, cover, sweet cover.
Full throttle.
Of course they are.
Waiting for orders.
Maybe I should wait until they've all moved.
Got it.
There's still that sniper auto turret, and we don't know which one it is.
Commander?
So as soon as the enemy has vision of us, we're going to start taking fire again, potentially. Very concerning.
Good to go.
We have to be so careful here. I mean, listen, if we end up losing one of the crab's weapons, it's not like the end of the world, but it's not great, obviously. I think we once again want to reserve down. Is there anything else alive?
Standing by.
Well, nothing else nearby, at least.
Waiting for orders. Double time. Commander?
I wonder if she could make it into the cover if he moved out. Okay, there's a... Ooh. There's a ton more readings, some big readings.
Good to go.
Nope, not quite. Well, it's good that part of the evac zone is in the cloud, though, so that we can stand in that at least. These don't get in visual range. Okay. Real question now is, does the crowd make it into the evac this turn or next turn? I think it's going to be next turn. Could mean real bad stuff for us.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, it's next turn. Shoot. Okay, well. Show your back armor as much as you can, because it's the armor that's more reliable at this point.
Good to go.
I have the Griffin. Let's see, I want to be showing my left arm. I'd like to have a couple points of evasion if possible, but we're going to sacrifice some... I'll do this.
Engaging jump jets.
Small evasion jump.
Commander?
It's weird that I can't actually get in the zone. Alright, it's fine. I can't get to the edge of the zone. Alright, so we're doing it. We're getting out on our 1. Oh, thank God. Okay, they can't see us. I don't think they're going to be able to get vision.
Waiting for orders. On my way.
Okay, Jesus. That was harrowing. That was terrifying. Okay, mission successful, in quotation marks.
Successful.
I will say, it would have been really nice to kill that lance to make our salvage choices more worthwhile. I think we automatically get back all the stuff from our own mech. It might put the weapons from that mech in the salvage pool, potentially. Crackle is injured for 94 days. Wait, is he really? He's dead, right? No, he survived. Oh my God. Crackle is apparently the real Undying. Well, let's take this and this and this. I don't feel too bad about our choices there. And then plus 60 melee damage. I don't know if that's worth 3 tons, honestly. You gotta be in a mech that's doing an awful lot of punching for that to be a good take. Are we taking a medium laser? We might just take an LRM-20. I mean, I suppose we ought to finish the Vulcan, because it's worth points, right? More effective flamethrower is also kind of interesting now. Yeah, we'll just take the mech piece. And then we'll get a bunch of that stuff. They gave us the AC-5 and the flamethrower. And a medium laser that was not in the pool? Or did I miss it? I mean, there were a lot of them. I was scrolling fast. Okay, well, I'm glad they gave us that then, because that's an incredible piece of tech. Bunch of heavy jump jets, which are actually kind of nice to have. Non-small jump jets are not quite as common, and we don't have very many, and I don't want to have to buy them, because I'm cheap. Well, if Crackle survived, then I'm calling that a total victory. Because, again, I don't really care about the Shadowhawk, except in the sense that now we need to build another Shadowhawk for scoring purposes. He really made it, huh? Oh, thank God. Okay. You are really something. Your mech got just absolutely hammered. I cannot believe you are alive. 94 days is a rough amount of time to have to lay in bed, but oh my God, I'm so glad he lived. Alright, after that debacle, I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time tomorrow when we mop up some of the hopefully slightly easier jobs that are left on this planet. And we'll see you then.